Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Age of Empires 3 replay. I keep wanting to say 4 or 2. Spawn on the south side as the blue French, we have Madonna. Spawn on the north side as the red Spanish, we have Werner. Let's see, French versus Spanish. Time old enemies, right? So like the English and the Spanish, or the French and the English. Anything involving those three tends to be some old blood. Though I think the rivalry between the French and the English, or not French and English, yeah, between those two at least have taken head for most out of history. Though the Spanish is always a third wheel when it comes to that relationship. Trade posts going on up. Got of course the French villagers going as well. Both players have built out a trading post. Very good. And you got a shipment of villagers coming in for the Spanish. Let's see what cards he has. Got villagers, infinite wood, flowing trickle, villagers, wood, gold, pikemen, Rodelios, and churchwagen. Not sure what that provides. We don't see viceroys, royals of New Spain, boards of wood, covered wagon, Rodelios, lancers, falconets, infinite. Two falconets, not infinite. Wagon, the hired armored postiliers. I don't know why I read protesters. Swiss pikemen and the Scottish Highlanders. And more pikemen, heavy cannon, factory. For the French. The French has, of course, the Gorliers, however you pronounce that. Economic theory, increase the collection rate for all resources. Very good for the already higher collection rate of the French villagers. And Ankin ships one royal embassy, which is the House of Urban, grants access to all of its royal units, upgrades, and two technologies. Urban units now cost population instead, which used to be like a native tribe, to say the least. And acquires from the royal embassy or your home city. And enable, yada yada. Then of course got more villagers, wood, gold, crossbows, range infantry hit points, cavalry hit points, and more villager hit points. I think those are a bit of a meme where just indestructible villagers for the French. Got more wood and then gold into team range infantry attack. So this French may not be eyeing for a lot of cavalry, but maybe I'm more infantry play with a cavalry alternative as well. Got skirmishers, cuirassiers. I have no idea to pronounce many of these names, and I butchered them really bad. And more cavalry combat, dragoons, falconets, and refrigeration. One of the few things that actually affect livestock, which the economic theory does not appear to affect livestock. And of course got factory, and heavy cannons. The exotic doggo does go down. He is keeping his one shipment for the next age. Got the exploration age on the build queue. His opponent does have exploration age in research slightly slower than his opponent. Going for the Governor, and for the French, you have the Quartermaster, whatever that means, because I honestly can't remember them on the top of my head, or at all. Let's see, the local tribes is the House of Wetton. Let's see, which does also grant some Trabants. Hit infantry with high hit points protects nearby allies by absorbing some damage, so it is a tank. And Cuirassiers, Saxon variant. Is that a fort wagon in Age 2? Okay, there's an fort wagon available. Also ships a battery tower wagons for each 10 minutes of the game has passed. Well, I'm not sure what battery wagons are. It may be just outposts. Fort enable, battery tower enabled, set star fort to obtainable, reverments obtainable, and adds one build limit. So both players have the possibility of getting out an H2 fort. and marriage politics. So this may be actually Austrian, if I know Civilization 5 for anything. And the other natives are the House of Oldenburg, which does grant access. Oh, the Royal Hunters. This is a unique skirmisher, a Danish skirmisher that also collects, able to collect up food. Very handy indeed. It is expensive, 140 food, but it can give you that food back. Give enough time. There's one way to get out additional villager queue, but you can only get a maximum of like 5, if I remember correctly. And of course, got the Northern Musketeer, or only costs food as well, with low hit points but high damage. So acts similar to a skirmisher, but is classified Musketeer. Do got the doggo engaging the explorer named Mr. Potato. And I think that's just more of a auto-generated name there. Oh, that is a brief summation of what this map has in store in cards and native tribes. We do have a outpost here. Spanish is eyeing for heavy amounts of gold here. I wonder if he's going for fast. Oh, yep, the Spanish is eyeing for fast fortress. And mine still a good amount of gold at the moment. You can see here the gold and food income are equal. More housing as well as the barracks. The French is also eyeing for fast fortress as well. Outside, well, we got a barracks here who has deployed out a single musketeer. And something camouflage nearby, probably the scout, the French native scout right there. Quite wounded, down to 7 health. And now I've got the great coat to increase health of the French villagers. It does get the next age. Let's see if we can see these shipments out. We'll see Maeve went for cords of wood as a shipment. And going for some skirmish now. Looks like he's eyeing for heavy skirmishers. And we do have Rodelios. Rodelios. I think that's how it's pronounced, if I actually slow down and try to pronounce it. Another trading post coming up for the French. There's next age for the Spanish. He's immediately eyeing for the cords of wood, not for the cover wagon. I wonder if I actually better pronounce the names. We've got, looks like, a good number of pikemen. Looks like we've got a archaic army in point field. These guys do bonus damage versus cavalry and versus the shock infantry. Their attack speed is relatively average. Good, but average. These guys are also effective for shock infantry and cavalry. Of course, Rodelios, I can't even, now I have to sit down, slow down and actually look at it. They're fast moving, they have good attack speed. Only slightly better than the pikemen in melee. Skirmishers, they do bonus damage versus heavy infantry. They do less damage versus shock infantry. Remember, the Rodelios are not shock infantry. They are another form of infantry. As the first shock infantry was actually the Coyote Runners as their own unique class. They are classified as heavy infantry, so the skirmishers will do bonus damage versus them. So skirmishers are good to counter. The dragoons are a range unit. They do bonus damage versus heavy cav. So they're not going to be useful versus these Rodelios. Saying every single time differently. We have some falconets who are going to be very effective versus these skirmishers. We also got a single musketeer here. Yep, at this one time, the damage output's not too significant. I have to remember, they don't appear to have gotten... Oh, we got the veteran skirmisher, which does do 18 damage. At rate attack of 3, so the Rodelios, the veteran Rodelios, do have higher DPS if they get into melee. Due to have a cord of wood being brought in. Does get some damage from the villager. Dragons do less damage versus villagers, does half damage. He does, the falconets need to stay away from those dragoons. Dragoons do bonus damage versus siege, though the the Falconets do have range resistance damage, so the ×2 damage will be mostly nullified by the range resistance. So they basically do basic damage, which is still good, but nothing excelling. Now we got more Falconets on field. We got 4 Falconets. That is a lot of artillery there. He has plenty of anti-cavalry tools here. Skirmishers will get annihilated by the Falconets. Designed for some more Rodelios. More housing there is going for... Okay, that's not the arsenal. That is the siege workshop going for more Falconets. And these guys do move relatively quickly, so they can be queued over here. Does kill off one of the French villagers there. Very good. These villagers right now have 243 health, which is more health than these other units. So they can eat a lot of hits. Falconets push way forward. Falconets now engaging. One of Red's Falconets go down, one of Blue's goes down. These other units could advance it forward, but then not the moment. Red does lose another Falconet. Blue's Falconet is wounded. These units are getting tied up right there. We do, of course, have the Explorers here. The other Blue Falconet has gone down. Rodelios are trying to engage these cavalry units now. They're starting to get hit. Falconets are hitting the Skirmishers, which are the good items for them. They have only 144 health. So they will get annihilated by the siege units, but now these veteran dragons will go into melee. Explorers trying to stop them. One Falconet does go, and the Rodelios do close damage to them. Looks like they will overrun the Falconets. The rest of these melee forces are being cleaned on top. And now these units are falling on back as well. Somehow these skirmishers have, or these villagers have 243 health. I know people say they're nearly invincible, but villagers do have good health. These ones only have base health of 203. You have now more ships coming in. Lancers are anti-infantry cavalry and the Falconet. We're delivering one. This is the one Falconet, so it is one of the infinite ones. He could deploy out some forward. He doesn't have enough gold to deploy out any mercenaries. Maybe a covered wagon wouldn't be half bad. And looks like he has not made usage of the House of Oldenburg. Another Falconet now deployed down the field. And looks like the couriers are taking time to help herd these wildlife away from the center of the map. Now we have 3 Falconets on field. Lancers are classified as heavy cav, hand cav, heavy cav, land military unit. And they actually don't, it says they do lance for killing infantry, but they just do damage. They don't have any particular high damage versus any single target. They're basically a unique version of the Hussar. Their attack speed is 1.5, so that's pretty good. So they do hit as fast as the other melee units we see on the field. Of course, they're much more expensive. They cost 200. The Rodelios only cost 100. But of course, you get quite a bit of mobility there. Falconets push way forward. Let's find a handful of these French villagers. Some of them are starting to go down. Now the Corsairs advance up forward. Does get some damage on one of the Falconets. The Falconets are fine for the moment. The Falconets getting some great damage there. These skirmishers are falling on back. They don't want to advance on forward. Good attempt to hit some of these villagers there. More Rodelios being deployed on the field. There's actually a number of other units here. But they're all the skirmishers. They just had a couple of animations going on and I got confused. There's an arsenal here, so I'm not sure what's split up in the arsenal. Housing starting going down. The French player does have 26 villagers at the moment. Does need to keep his housing alive. He does need to use it. Good ball there. More of the Venom Dragons push right forward. Rodelios are now engaging those in melee. All three of these Falconets are still alive. More rounds are raining on into the skirmishers. Right now has not deployed out any of these items here, and the villagers actually still get even more healthy. Train post could go down here. He has actually upgraded with stagecoach, giving some more resources here. Looks like he has both wounds set to wood, not EXP. Let's find a volley there onto the Falconets. Melee forces advancing forward. Falconets are now firing away. Rodelios do have decent movement speed. These guys do have 7.25. Rodelios have a movement speed of 6. One Falconet does go down. Train post has been destroyed. And this Spanish army just may need to fall back. Gonna fall back with the army. We do have, see, those are villagers right there. We've got reinforcements of the various swordsmen. They do also have 40% resist to hand damage. Rodelios are advancing forward. More advancing forward. Dragon's trying to get some more shots. Receive some hits there from the Falconets. Dragon's seeing a bit of damage there. Skirm's advancing forward. The good number of them are quite wounded. Looks like none of those Falconet shots are not been that great. More of the swordsmen are running around. He doesn't have any infantry upgrades to bring on in. Does have one command point, or not command point, one shipment available. Let's get good there on the skirmishers now. One of the Falconets have gone down. Both Falconets have gone down. And it looks like the Rodelios are now engaging the skirmishers in melee. And now got down the Swiss pikemen on point of view. He has gone for some mercenaries. Swiss pikemen are classified as heavy infantry as well. They also do have, they're just generally better than spearmen. It looks like Blues Explorer will go down. Swiss pikemen got some good damage. And now do got 2 command points for the Spanish. He could bring in another mercenary group. He's bringing the Scottish Highlanders, which are a unique skirmisher, if I remember correctly. Or a mercenary skirmisher, I should say. Now, Spanish have currently 37 villagers. The French have 29. I think they're both maintaining their village production. And now do got more Rodelios being employed on the field as well. I can send a map. They're a bit wounded if I remember correctly. Hard to see if that white snow, the blue health bars. But there's a couple of them actually wounded. Most of them actually are full health. More skirmishers being employed on the field. Red's trying to advance forward, this time without Falconets. There's a good number of the Swiss pikemen still alive. And some more of the Rodelios. And Red's now actually trying to steal this trade post. Explorer doesn't have a whole lot of health yet, or at the moment. Does go ahead and get him interrupted. Trading posts will not be built. The Dragoons are going to try to pursue these forces there. You got a handful of the Highlanders. They are a unique musketeer, not a skirmisher. I must be thinking the mix of the Jaegers. Oh, look at that. Their range attack is 63. Oh, crap. That is high. We got another Spanish town center here. It does go on Ransom's Explorer there. It does go on Militiamen as well. There's quite a bit of a Spanish force here. 52 versus Spawn's just 27. And now looks like the French are eyeing for some Falcon nets. I see him trying to build one, but doesn't have enough resources. That point does go down. He may want to go for another one over here. Got additional town centers going up for the Spanish, so that will be 3 town centers for the Spanish. Now there's 3 Falcon nets for the French, which should be very effective versus force. I'm not sure what that was. Oh. Can't move. Use my painting tools. Townsend are now seeing a bit of fire there. Deer on the map has been cleaned on up. Red has all of these. There's still a nice large bird right there. Some of the Spanish villagers here. French right now has 39 villagers. Opponent has 33. So it looks like the Spanish may be cooling off on villager production. He may want out of population space. And I do got a big line of falconets for the Spanish. So both sides have 3 falconets. Now the Spanish is eyeing for a fort wagon, which could be useful sitting up here. I'm not sure where he will set it up. And there's the fort wagon. Oh, the fort may get destroyed. The fort wagon, the fort will be started, and the fort will go down before it gets fully constructed. Blue's not paying attention up here at the moment. And maybe just trying to get towards the rain. There goes the fort. Big loss there for the Spanish. But now he's going to go straight to his opponent's base. There are some coin here. Of course, he won't be able to collect that out himself. These villagers may want to not advance it for us. But villagers' current rank will go down. Spanish are now sitting down the French town center as well. And the French does not have a whole lot of forces on the field. Or a lot of infrastructure here, at least. He does have some houses up here. So the Spanish villagers are going down, so it's a bit of a base race. You may want to get inside the outpost. The outpost is just probably not going to do much, honestly. The French doesn't have much of a, or any base left, really. Right now, the Spanish has plenty of population space, and the French, of course, going to be overpopped for the rest of the game. He's actually got quite a bit of food, not a lot of gold at the moment. He can push forward to some villagers here to collect some gold. He's eyeing for additional towns up here now. Got one shipment available for the French. These forces do get killed off there. The Spanish does still have one good church improvement. I'm not sure if there's a church anywhere. Got some more melee forces here. Both sides is going to lose their town. Yeah, the barracks will go down. more infrastructure being applied by the French. The Spanish has a lot of wood stored up. The French, not a lot of wood at the moment. The market could just be forced down because they're just going to send a single submarine to just torch it down. The Spanish though is losing this infrastructure. There's no additional town center over here anymore. Oh, we got the Royal Halberdiers. Albaradios, how do you pronounce that? There's currently 5 falconets here. And there's the Royal Halberdiers. They do have benefit promotion for this. They all get gunned down. Rodelios advancing forward. These Rodelios are trying to go straight for the falconets, but none of them have gone down. Falconets push forward, ready to hit the falconets. Ooh, good hits there on these melee units. There's a good number of them. We do have the Highlanders in the mix as well. Most of the French falconets have gone down. And it looks like the French has forced them back. He's lost some amount of space. And one more shipment's available. Could go for a cover wagon. Oh. I thought I saw the... Okay, apparently it closes the city menu right there. Makes it... Blinks in the age up. French villagers may have gotten even more health. He has gotten that, so they have an absurd amount of health at the moment. We do have these veteran musketeers on the way forward. There's that one shipment available. I suppose surprised he has not gotten for economic theory. Right now, I'm missing a lot of resources there. Eyeing for the musketeer skirmisher hit points. We got a couple, some good amount of militiamen here, and there is a massive wave of musketeers. Rodelios advancing forward. Villagers could be used to engage as well. It looks like the Spanish will lose this army here. These villagers do have 11 attack, but do have nearly 300 health each. In comparison, these musketeers have 180 health and 31 attack. Some of the French villagers are going down. He does only have 30 of them. The Spanish has 32, so this is a little bit better in favor of the Spanish. These villagers forced on back. There's not any food back over here. There's some food way over here, which he does have a couple of villagers collecting it on up. And those musketeers were exactly what needs. He still has some militiamen here as well. Now we've got a nice little melee force advancing forward. Musketeers do not do bonus save for heavy infantry. And the Highlanders, of course, are very, very capable. 400 health, 63 damage. And these musketeers are slowly being picked on off. Spanish maybe will push this way forward. The French does have more skirmishers being pulled in the field. An anti-heavy specialist. This does have a falconet on the field as well. So right now the French are in an okay position. Both sides are running out of natural food on the map. These villagers not being tasked down to those huntables. We've got some gold here for the Spanish to claim. A large amount of the map has the gold already claimed. Couple gold. Actually, nope, that gold deposit is... I see one right there, but it may not properly spawn on the map. These forces are just pushing forward, trying to overrun that falconet. And they're getting annihilated. Ugh. He's using even crossbows as well. Crossbows are an anti-heavy tool. Of course, their anti-heavy is not as great in damage, and skirmishers are classified as light. So most of the gold in the map has been claimed. The Spanish still has a good number of these trading posts, and now we've got more musketeers being pulled up by the French. these crossbows are getting hit significantly, and falconet's now down. Just leave these guys unsupported. They can support themselves. This trade post started going down. Blue has not rebuilt a trade post over here. Red has claimed both these trade posts down here.
Hola.
And now these villagers are being pushed over here to claim the rest of the food on the map. Another trade post has gone down. Going for a shipment of coin. Would be extremely useful getting a shipment of coin. Curiosity as well. Will the coin down here ever fully claimed? Looks like it. And looks like the French designed some more falconets along with some musketeers. So there's a good mix of musketeers and skirmishers. Both will be very useful versus opponent's composition of archaic units. Now got the Imperial Age being put on field. He has one shipment available. Heavy cannon may be in order from the factories or from the shipment. Grab a clean up the rest of this gold. This gold has some on it, not a whole lot. The French is not playing for the next age, is spending all its resources in this age. Oh, but you have some plantations over here. Those are the French is actually desperate for gold. Church has been pulled in the field as well. This church is still here as well, which does provide some EXP trickles. What's unique text down here? The Spanish could go for another fort wagon through it. It sends one giant grenadier and sends giant grenadiers and deliver on all future shipment. That could have been useful a long time ago. A little bit too late for that now. You got a handful of lancers here that will be useful overrunning the falconets. Crossbows here will be quite insufficient. Stagecoach is now being researched by, I think by this player up here. Yep. This compensator will go down. Lancers now push way forward. It's good damage there. Good number of the crossbows have gone down. One falconet has gone down, but the lancers will go down. Now you got the shipment of the mercenary armored pistoliers advancing on forward. Armored pistoliers do have a great range attack, 6% range resistance, or that's hand damage. They do bonus save shock and cavalry. Both falconets are now down. Hopefully the Spanish explorer starts firing soon. Some of these villagers are going down as well. Got crossbows engaging the musketeers in melee. Oh, that's what he's doing. He's pulling out some doggos. The dogs have gone down. He does lose some villagers there. The Spanish have not been maintaining villager production, and it's actually out of food down here. Is that a mill? It's going for a saloon. Interesting. It's going for EXP as well. He's going to just play off of his shipments for a time being. He wants his wagons.
See.
He can always bring shipments here through this outpost. He still maintains the town center. He's not producing any villagers. He's not eyeing for any more villagers. You got Swiss pikemen being brought on in.
See?
I guess he's going to go all in on the mercenaries, which I don't think it's going to be successful, honestly. Crack shot was utilized right there. The French are in an exceedingly good position. Got now more Swiss pikemen being pulled in the field. It's going for the delivery of heavy cannons. The French right now is not deploying out any additional villagers, eyeing for a culverin. He knows his opponent has advanced next age. He may be thinking there's going to be a good number of factory wagons out in the field, deploying out heavy cannon, which is not the case, but he is getting heavy cannon nonetheless. French is eyeing both gold and wood from the, or that's food, not gold. Oh, no, he just went to gold. Was that food? We have a mill here as well. Multiple mills. Spanish Lion has consumed all that gold. It's going for now some spearmen as well. Town center up here has been short, so there's 2 barracks here. I'm not sure what the other improvement available from the settler, and now he's trying to get the trading post, which does allow him to play out some good stuff.
¿Cuál es su comando?
Musketeers could get hit severely by the heavy cannon. Yep, heavy cannons do connect. Pikemen are advancing on forward, though right now 1 falconet does go down. There's 2 culver here. They do times 4, so they do approximately 160 versus siege. So the culver heavy cannons can take a couple hits. Veteran pikeman research on the way. Huh. I thought I would have got that a long time ago. I've got both these trading posts going on up. And Native Scout does spot this. He's going to heavily eye on this one here. I can't remember what it was. He doesn't get the automatic construction, does the manual construction, which does take wood rather than food and wood. See what can you pull out from this one here. Hot air balloon. You can get the coastal rural huntsman, Danish counter skirmisher and villager, and hunt. Of course, there's no more huntables. You could get the northern musketeers, which only costs food as well. Skirmisher units, especially Royal Huntsmen, inflict slightly more damage to other skirmishers. That research. Warships. Royal Huntsmen can no longer gather food, but becomes considerably better in fighters and have increased move limit. And maybe I'm for that as well. Man, that Spanish is not collecting up any sort of food at the moment, so I'm not sure what he's really eyeing. I got these forces advance forward, so I sort of missed their advance. We're gonna overrun the culverins. Heavy cannon make their advance, hitting some of the musketeers. And now the pikemen are falling back. Red's starting to fall back. More pikemen being pulled on the field. Spanish does have some holding coming on in, so there may be a plantation somewhere. Then Wilson's not being researched, so he is eyeing for the... I'm not sure what that was, actually. Wilton's. Got a good number of falconets still in the field. Red is not eyeing the man's next age. Has more villagers in his opponent as well. We got some more Trabants. And will escape on out of there. We got some now veteran Saxon Cuirassiers being put in the field. Those advancing with a sizable army now. His Explorer has a bit of health to work with. And right now the Spanish, his next shipment will probably... he's out of military shipments. I'll start to say what he should deploy next. I got some more of the Saxon Cuirassiers. We got some more farms here to plot up the Spanish. Let's take out the trade post. And looks like Red's Eye goes straight to his opponent's town center. I see an aura effect there, so there may be some... Oh, we could find some of these culverins. And does go ahead and get a good shot on one of the heavy cannons. He may take out one of the heavy cannons. No, he does save the heavy cannon there. That could have been a nasty pick against Red. Let's see what appears to be like the hand cannoneers. I don't see any of them just yet. Oh, it's the veteran tribans that protect nearby units. Blue has a massive army there. Red's advancing forward, and likely this army will push forward and die. Heavy cannons, one. The other one's severely wounded. This one will likely go down to the falconets. Falconets will take that one out. Red only has some infantry force here, and there's enough falconets and other forces here, so this is probably going to be the end of the game. Oh, also Spanish getting out the pikeman delivery. I didn't realize this one available. So the Spanish will have some reinforcements available, but nothing to engage these falconets. This force is being backed into a corner. And the falconets do get a good volley there. Culverins are destroying some fire there now. And now we've got all the musketeers annihilating the rest of this force. And there goes that Spanish army. Four French villagers still in the build queue. The Spanish have not been building their villagers, has not rebuilt the town center. Going for another trading post here now. The Explorer has been brought back up. Now Blue's eyeing for a town center here. There's a tiny amount of gold that Blue can claim. And the Explorer easily goes down there. There is a decent sized force here. The Spanish are trying to hold on. But right now the French economy is just severely superior. And the Spanish have not deployed anything that would improve his age advantage. Losing this outpost will deny any more future shipments for the Spanish. Is it there on these villagers as well? Spanish line for counterattack does actually get some veteran Saxon Cuirassiers in here. We're getting some good hits there on these villagers. These Cuirassiers do have a good AoE attack as well, so they're annihilating these villagers. And these pikemen and spearmen are advancing forward. Blue's destroying this infrastructure. There's still some red infrastructure here. He's actually migrating some villagers. Blue does have towns that are being built by the explorer over here. And the Spanish church should be able to see all of that. French villagers have been in town center. Red still has 32. Arch has 41. And now it's like Red's eyeing for a town center. Right now they're just playing a bit of a circle migration. The church can go down. Actually, he's got out some farms as well. Overruns are not exactly an anti-building tool. They do less damage versus buildings. The base damage, of course, 40. And the damage versus buildings, oh, they do actually get a slight damage bonus, but nothing too significant. It looks like Explorer's getting some great damage here. The Explorer does go down. More Blue's infrastructure over here is getting hit. This army has responded. Now we got the Northern Musketeers getting some good hits, or veteran Musketeers hitting these Spanish villagers. Militia's now pulled on the field. Red's Eyes advance down south, letting this trade post go down. Pulver is trying to gauge these Saxon Cuirassiers. And these units will go down. I think the Spanish lost the majority of his villagers, down to 26. Now we got a massive army here. Argonauts could just take time to deal with the town center. Villagers are migrating once again. He does have access to quite a bit of wood, so could be able to block 2 more town centers. Also saw a trade post here as well.
Hola. Sí.
And now good enough these villagers could get gunned down, but these units were non-attack move. Now seeing additional towns that are on the build queue. Got the balloon falling down. Still a small force up here, but can easily overwhelmed by some musketeers. Do have some barracks and a good force here. Now Red's on to build another town center here with his explorer. It's just playing game ring around the rosy, so I'm just going to think about just fast forwarding for this little bit because got this force going down. You got these villagers heading back up north. Got a mark going on up. Then we can see the free fort wagon there. Blue's torching down everything. Blue does spot this extra now town there as well. Designed for his own trade post there. And the red explorer's running around. He needs to take that down before it builds another town center, and red does going back to the game now. This is Grade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.